you might be listening or watching us live. We are broadcasting from our Mile 7 studios in Macau. We are on the frequencies of 98.6 and 106.7, and we welcome you to another edition of Talking Sports on Grts Radio. My name is Yusuf Joub. We deeply apologize for, of course, starting the program late. We are really caught up with issues that were beyond our circumstance, but then we am glad to be back here in the studios. Of course, today I'll be here. The studio is kind of, they will say, wait involved, but because all the other guys are, engaged in different parts of the country. One is on a nationwide tour. The other two, of course, went on coverages this morning. So I will be here alone, and of course, I hope I will be able to give you the best that we've always do. This morning we'll be talking about secondary school sports activities, because over the weekend they held a press conference to update the media and the general public of the upcoming inter-school championship, which will begin with hits across the country. We will hear from the Secretary General of the Secondary School Sports Association, who is Mr. Lamin Jame. Also, we will be looking at the Brikama Sports Committee 2025-2026 Nawettan, because it wrapped up yesterday with Tourist FA becoming champions after thumping top 10 by 4-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. We will be hearing from the two coaches, some players, and of course we will hear from the president of the Brikama Sports Committee, Mr. Yusuf Sise. If time permits, we'll look at updates in the GFF League. We'll give you scores and of course fixtures, and we'll also look at the Premier League, because there were some interesting scores in the Premier League and across Europe. But like I said, we apologize for starting late. So we will do is just take a quick break, and when we come back, we go into the program. We'll start with school sports.
West Coast is divided into two: West Coast East and West Coast West. KMC and BCC joined together. You have Kaur and Bansang is divided into two. That CRR North and CRR South, Basse, and then LRR and LRR and North Bank region joins together, and they have theirs at Farafenye. So we are expecting 250 schools, according to the statistics that we are getting from our regional coordinator, as per the schools that are interested to be part of the program. So when you look at the 230 schools, 50 schools, and then at least each school is expected to fill in between 25 to 30 athletes. That means now we are expected to have over 7,000 athletes that are going to take part in the competition. So it's a huge activity as far as athletics is concerned. As far as school sport is concerned, it's one of our major activities, and people are highly interested. And not only being interested, but it has paid dividend. We have seen recently our athletes that we are recruited from the regional championships and national championship to take part in the national team in the school games. We have all seen what they have done. So that means that our day's activities is not only a mere fanfare, but it's a very productive one, because talents are produced that represent the country at a higher level.
Well, Lamin Jame is the Secretary General of the Secondary School Sports Association. He was speaking at the press conference that was held ahead of the inter-school championships, which will begin with hits across the different regions in the country. Again, we will go back to Lamin Jame. He spoke about the allocations that is designated to each zone or each region, and the reasoning behind why each zone is giving a certain number of qualifications, and this is why Lamin explained as to why each region is designated the certain number of qualifiers that they are designated with.
Equally, we have also decided this time round to look at the allocation of number of spots given to per region, because this is stick to the number of participating schools that are participating in per region. So based on your number, we determine how many slots are you going to have for your qualifiers. So West Coast got the highest because of the number of schools that are there, and then KM have been equally enjoying a very high number, that is both the upper basic category and that of the senior category, about 3 qualifiers in both categories. And then new, regions have already been added. That is the West Coast East, that is Sibano area, and that of Kaur area. There are new ones that are coming up. But we have seen the Sibano area, that is the West Coast East, they came in a very strong manner by registering a very high number of schools, particularly in the area of upper basic. So that has now dictated us to review our allocation slot that we give to per region. And then once we look at that one, we realize that the KM has not been doing very well when it comes to the upper basic category in terms of the number of schools that participate in their region. As a result, we've decided to reduce their qualifier from 3 to 2. So we have now moved one of the spots to West Coast East, that is Sibano area. That means their upper basic category now will be 2, but their senior will still be 1 until they improve on the number. So that tells us that your number is based on the number of schools you have. If you want to maintain your number, you need to get a good number, number of schools. If your number of schools start dropping, automatically also will affect the allocation of spots that we give you as a region. This year, as part of our mantra, we don't joke with one thing, that is discipline. Because as a school, we all know one of our foundation as a school is discipline. So that is not going to be compromised in our competition, and equally cheating is zero. These things. We have zero tolerance on cheating. We are not going to compromise on the cheating. Last year, I think the chairman will brief you about some of the things that have unfolded after our finals, and then he's going to brief you about some of the disciplinary stance that we have taken to ensure that we don't joke with as far as discipline is concerned.
Well, Jame is the Secretary General of the Secondary School Sports Association, and this was last week ahead of the regional hits, which have already begun in different zones. We will now look at results from the Kaur zone. That hits was done over the weekend, and of course we will start with the UBS, and in Kaur zone this is the scores or the final standings. In the upper basic category, Nyani finished first with 302 points rather, followed by Kaur, who are the host, with 217 points. Chameng finished third with 198 points. Buduk finished fourth with 160 points. Jarumekoto with 117 points. They finished sixth. Ker Oldie finished seventh with 94 points. Panchang, they had 7 points with Panchang, who also finished with 77 points. Kuntaur finished ninth with 66th. Balangar finished 11th with 62 points. Jimbala finished 12th with 54. Firdausi finished 13th with 48 points, and Kayai finished 14th with 28 points, and that is the upper basic category. And in the senior secondary school category, Kauru, who are the host, for those of you watching on Facebook will see, Mas will change the pictures for you. Kauru finished first in the senior secondary school category with 418 points. They are followed by Jarumekoto, second with 301. Panchang finished third with 234 points. Chameng finished fourth with 230. Karantaba finished fifth with 180. Sixth is Nyani. In the UBS category they finished fourth, but in the senior secondary school category they finished sixth with 163 points. Buduk finished seventh with 97, and Firdausi finished eighth with 31 points. So that is it for the hits in Kaur zone. We will look at, of course, the Basse zone, and of course, if you have that before we go, we will give you that before we leave the studios. But we will come back to the hits in Basse zone if time permits. But what we will do is we will go to Brikama and of course talk about the Brikama Sports Committee 2025 and 2026 Nawettan season. It has been a long season, but then it wrapped up yesterday with the league final between Touras FA and of course Top 10. These two teams played a while ago. It ended 2-all where Touras scored first. They take a 2-0 lead, but of course Top 10 came back and equalized. And at the end of the day, as the rules dictate, the sports committee decided to set another date, which was yesterday, for these two teams to convert at the Brikama Mini Stadium to ultimately crown the champions of the season. And that happens to be Touras, because yesterday they thumped Top 10 by 4-0 at the Brikama Mini Stadium. I can't remember the last time that I've watched a 4-0 final at the Brikama Mini Stadium, but that is what happened yesterday. Touras were crowned champions of the land that is in Brikama. After the game, we caught up with both coaches. We will start with the losing coach, who is Dembo Bojang. He spoke to us in Mandinka, and this is what he shared with us after his side were thumped by 4-0 at the Brikama Mini Stadium.
Yeah, come here for me, no. First final we played, no. Yeah, the same thing will happen. They score 2 le. After another, I be bondi. You understand? So that I'm prepared for another murunda and correct. The same thing happened, you know. Yeah, I just come out get over Yamala. I just come out get over Yamala. I think I come here for me, no. Come from the starting, you know. Yeah, we work hard. Yeah, we work hard. So goes Katrina, Kendega farm. Yeah, Kendega farm, Manka Damandin, you know. So Nala no come no Katakodi in our train, me, Wallam for the young, you know. Yeah, so the intention of Puruka makes sure Puruka Kopota, you know. Yeah, but Alaman now decide, you know. I don't call, you know. Yeah, the farm should forget to forget, you know, what the mal, you know. Nani can do a Minsoka, Moleka, you know. Forget to KJ, Dolga and De Jolano, you know. For Aladama, all say Jono, you know. Yeah.
Well, Dembo Boyang, the coach for Top 10, he was speaking to us after the finals yesterday at the Brikama Mini Stadium. Well, Usman Sane is the guy who guided Top 10 to their first ever major trophy at the Brikama Mini Stadium. He was one-time a player and an assistant coach, and this year he was promoted to coach after the Gafa, who is Adam Asabali, left for Dasilame. Usman take up the responsibilities to lead Touras, and eventually he guided them to their maiden league title at the Brikama Mini Stadium yesterday. He also spoke to us, and let's hear from him.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, first of all, I'm giving thanks to Allah. First game, like you said, we played with draw 2-2, and we have seen so many mistakes that happened in that game. And he said, okay, this is a learning point. Let's go back to the training ground and work on our weaknesses, and that is what defending. We know we are playing with a team that are very good in counter. So I told my players that let us not allow them to penetrate us with counter. That's their strength. And the number 10 is their key player. If we are able to hold that team, we cannot play with them, they can't do anything. And the other thing also we talk about is what? Set pieces. They rely more on set pieces. Let's avoid set pieces. At the end of the day, my players listen to what we did on the training ground and they implement it. At the end of the day, we have a clean set. So, Alhamdulillah.
I cannot remember the last time I witnessed a 4-0 final at the Brikama Mini Stadium. I mean, I don't know. After 2 goals, 3 goals, don't you think it was enough?
No, because this is football. I told my players, when they score, go and enjoy yourself. This is football. You have to enjoy and have fun. Because nobody knows. Maybe somebody might be watching the game today and an opportunity might come. You get a contract somewhere. No one knows. So as far as football, you want to enjoy yourself, you can deliver at any level. So that's what I always encourage my players. They are young players, very young. Some of them have never played Nawettan. So always I instill belief in them. Let them believe in themselves. Enjoy yourself. This is football. So that's all I always advise them. And at the end of the day, Alhamdulillah, it was a great performance from my players.
Well, Touras have been participating in Nawettan for a while now. You came in, you won the title for them. I mean, this must be special for you and of course the Touras fans.
Yeah, it is very special for them because this is what they have been yearning for. And they have been playing they played the knockout final and they lost to Jalba. Understand? So and the coach that was there was my senior, Nesta. You know, I played under him when I was playing football and he coached me. And last year I was his assistant working under him. So this year they approached me. But one of the key things that I work when I came, I bring everybody on the board. The fans have a say in football. The management have a say in the football and the players. I make sure that every game, whether you know it or not, after every game, we assess our game. We have a meeting and assess ourselves. So I try to make sure that everybody say, make your point. Then from there, I said, okay, these are our challenges. Let's work on it. And at the end of the day, you see, everybody is happy. So it's just determination and commitment. And one of the key things is unity. We are united as forever. It's a small family, but unity take us this far.
I mean, taking from, Nestor, like you said, you are his assistant. At the beginning, was it something that you think it was going to be like easy?
It was very challenging for me because I have a professional job. My job, I'm a full-time teacher. Understand? It's a double shift job. So sometimes I have to skip work and then come and join things. It was a very hard job for me. But at the end of the day, I was working with people that they understand me. They normally be on the ground, so I'll be at the work, try to communicate with them. It's just communication. I communicate with them frequently. So that was it.
Well, Usman Sane, he is the coach for Turas, who were crowned yesterday as league champions of the 2025-2026. Brikama Sports Committee's Nawettan. Well, and Suleiman Jairara is the captain. He's been with Turas for 4 years since they started playing in the Nawettan. He's been captain, and of course he was there when they lost the knockout final to Jaliba. Yesterday he led the team to their first ever league title, and after the game we also caught up with him. We asked him about the feeling, how the feeling was leading Turas to their first ever final and league title, and this is what he told us. He spoke to us in Mandinga.
We are feeling very happy, Kakupo time to that determination all bulu. We need more 4 years to jump. 4 years another final. Then second year another quarter final, we'll see third year quarter final. So but I could jamata kila because more clean tamu Timothy. Mr. Ture, what tamu Timothy. So but I could take so ngamudafe, nada ngamuda nyofe, no believe that combo kopota le no something achievement. So we are very happy, but condemned in bucket. Yeah, because football ball in yama mentally long. You need to be strong. You understand? Another than a first final. Later 2-0. You understand? So another more equalized 2-2. So we go back to the drawing board because we lose some games. They can feel it. But Martina, still we are strong. Still we are strong. You understand? So another to the feel back. Na coach nada nang when a mistake was rectified, then we came back for the second final. We have that belief that we will take a trophy. Yeah, because na fourth, na game all be place almost 7 games. Every game ka 2 score at 3. So we have that belief ko. It's a 4 score no. Yes. We have that belief.
Yeah, he's the coach, the captain for Turas FA, Turas Football Academy. He was speaking to us after, leading the team to their first ever Nawettan title at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Well, Yusuf Asise is the, acting president of the Brikama Sports Committee. He replaces Lameng Dembajang, who resigned some time ago. He was also at the ground, and after everything, we also caught up with him to, gauge about the 2025 Nawettan season, and this is what Yusuf has shared with us.
Well, thank you very much, Yus. First of all, I would like to congratulate the entire executive, the organizing committee for job well done. It has been a success, and the Nawettan was a success, and we have done it in peace, and it ended in peace. It was a free violence. So on that note, I would like to thank the entire executive, the organizing committee for that.
At the beginning, the Brikama Sports Committee increased the number to 40. People were thinking it was going to be more difficult, but like you said, it has been violence-free, no major problems. How are you guys able to do that?
Well, Brikama, the competition is demanding, and there are a lot of teams. So we thought to ourselves, 70 to 76 teams are coming for qualifiers. So for only 4 sports, that is not fair to the teams. So why not we increase it to 7 to 8 sports, so we can increase the team from 32 to 40. So this was something that we thought about it carefully, and we look into the modalities. Thank God, it was a success. So, we did it in a way that because we have people in our midst who that they are very good in all these things. So it wasn't that much difficult. Remember, Serekunda has done it. They have increased their team from 32 to 40 teams. So when we look at the modalities from the Serekunda so we also do the same thing. So it was easier, I would say. Yeah.
Now that the season is off, what next? Normally during Ramadan, there will be,
night football in the car below. Do we expect that it will happen this year too?
Well, for that of Indakabulo, we are still consultation with our partners. So hopefully, because we are in the final, so I hope after 1 week or so, we'll have a meeting. We'll consult our partners about the Indakabulo. Hopefully, we will stage the tournament. Yeah.
I mean, finally, what is going to be your message to the people of Brikama, football lovers, and of course anyone who has been coming to support? I mean, the Nawettan team.
Well, the Nawettan has ended, but that is not the end of football. Divisional is on. Let's still come back and support our team, especially the Brikama United, team of West Coast, Bombada, Grts tomorrow. They are all here. Let's come and support them. Football still continues, even though the Nawettan has ended, but football still continues. So let's keep dreaming. There are more football fun fair to come.
Yeah, so the Nawettan is done, but I mean football continues, and like you said, let's keep supporting, and of course let's keep dreaming. If you are from Brikama and the surroundings, I mean the first division and the second division is on, and we have a whole lot of teams in that part of the country that you can support. In Brikama we have Brikama United, we have Grts tomorrow, we have Bombada. I mean, in the surroundings we have Fortune from Farato. I mean we have Palosar, and of course all the others. So I mean, yeah, Nawettan is done, but football continues. So wish the Brikama Sports Committee all the best of luck, and hopefully, like you said, we will have the Indakabilo back, and during Ramadan. I mean that is a moment that people the last 2 years look forward to. So we hope that it will be back this year, and you will have another exciting Indakabilo during the Ramadan season. So I want us to talk about the Premier League. It would have been good if I have the rest of the teams here. But before we do that, we give you the results of the inter-schools regional hits of Kaur zone. So what we will do, let's give you the results from the Basse zone. We start with the upper basic as usual. So in the Basse zone, this is the official results of the upper basic schools category. Fatoto finished first with 263 points. They are followed by Nyakoi, who finished second with 253. Diabugo finished third with 230. Suduwal finished fourth with 218. Koba Kunda finished fifth with 212. Badari finished sixth with 159. Dasilame finished seventh with 150. Numuyal finished 8th with 99 points, and Kulari finished 9th with 20 points. So that is it for the upper basic category. And in the senior secondary school category, this is how it finished in the Basse zone. First, we have Nazir with 409 points. Nazir finished first with 409. St. George's finished second with 376. Suduwal finished third with 243. Kobakunda finished fourth with 208. Fatoto finished fifth with 188. Sarebojo finished sixth with 147. Numiel finished seventh with 66. Diabuku 8th with 65. Bakadajia 9th with 52. Nyakoi 10th with 42. Dasilame 11th with 41. Dembakunda 12th with 14. And 13 is Badari with 9 points. So that is it for the hits in Kaur zone and Basse zone. We have other zones in region 1. We have region 2 east and west. We have Farafenye, and of course we have LRR. So the zones, I hope the hits will continue in the respective zones. I was trying to have one of the communications officers of the Secondary School Sports Association, Mr. Lamin Jara, but he's not picking. Hopefully we will have them in our subsequent programs to talk about the hits in region in Kaur and Basse, and also look forward to the other zones, especially region 2 west, which is Botrop, which will be held in Botrop, and East, that will be held in Sibanor, and of course Region 1 and 2 normally will go to Abuko. So maybe we should do some Premier League, because Manchester United, since they've sacked their coach Ruben Amorim and replaced him with club legend Michael Carrick, they've been on a fine run, I would say. Last week they defeated Manchester City 2-0, and of course yesterday they defeated Arsenal, who are leading everywhere in the Champions League, in the Premier League, of course, by 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium, making it 100% start for Michael Carrick. And that win means Manchester United have moved in the Premier League standings. As we speak now, they are fourth. I mean, in the Premier League table, with 38 points, and it's only Arsenal, Manchester City, and Aston Villa that are leading Manchester United in the table standing. So, what a start for Michael Carrick, and Liverpool's work, of course, continued. They were defeated during the week by Bournemouth, if I'm right. Yes, Bournemouth defeated Liverpool by 3-2. So, this is the official results of the Premier League. On Saturday, we have West Ham 3, Sunderland 1, Fulham 2, Brighton 1, Manchester City 2, Wolves 0, Burnley 2, Tottenham 2, we have Bournemouth 3 rather, Liverpool 2, and Sunday we have Arsenal 2, Man United 3, Aston Villa 2, Newcastle 0, we have Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 1, at Nottingham Forest defeated Brentford by 2-0. So that is it for the Premier League, and of course with that I will of course draw the curtains for this edition of Talking Sports. Like I said, I've been your host Yusuf Job. Hopefully on Wednesday we will have the team back, ML Sidu, and hopefully we will also have Hamara back in the studios to talk about Gambian sports. Hopefully we will have guests from the Sports Journalists Association who are gearing up for the AIPI's Africa Congress, which is slated for the 7th going all the way to the 9th of February. So we will talk about the preparations ahead of that 8th AIPS Africa Congress, which will be held in the Gambia. So hopefully we will have members of the Media and Publicity Committee of the SGAG to come here to talk about the preparations. But until then, it's a goodbye from me, and you continue listening to GRTS Radio.